Welcome to my Embedded Gyan YouTube channel. In this channel you will learn new technologies related to embedded and IoT. So please like and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for further updates. So let's start the video.
In this video we will discuss about PCB designing. These are the topics we will cover in this video. Introduction of PCB, types of PCB, and softwares used for PCB designing. Overview. One of the key concepts in electronics is the printed circuit board or PCB. It's so fundamental that people often forget to explain what a PCB is. This tutorial will break down what makes up a PCB and some of the common terms used in the PCB world. Over the next few steps, we'll discuss the composition of a printed circuit board, cover some terminology, a look at methods of assembly, and discuss briefly the design process behind creating a new PCB. What's a PCB? PCB is a printed circuit board is the most common name but may also be called printed wiring boards or printed wiring cards. Before the advent of the PCB, circuits were constructed through a laborious process of point-to-point wiring. This led to frequent failures at wire junctions and short circuits when wire insulation began to age and crack. A significant advance was the development of wire wrapping, where a small gauge wire is literally wrapped around a post at each connection point, creating a gas-tight connection which is highly durable and easily changeable. As electronics moved from vacuum tubes and relays to silicon and integrated circuits, the size and cost of electronic components began to decrease. Electronics became more prevalent in consumer goods, and the pressure to reduce the size and manufacturing costs of electronic products drove manufacturers to look for better solutions. Thus was born the PCB. PCB is an acronym for printed circuit board. It is a board that has lines and pads that connect various points together. In the picture above, there are traces that electrically connect the various connectors and components to each other. A PCB allows signals and power to be routed between physical devices. Solder is the metal that makes the electrical connections between the surface of the PCB and the electronic components. Being metal, solder also serves as a strong mechanical adhesive. Composition. A PCB is sort of like a layer cake. There are alternating layers of different materials, which are laminated together with heat and adhesive, such that the result is a single object. FR4. The base material, or substrate, is usually fiberglass. Historically, the most common designator for this fiberglass is FR4. The solid core gives the PCB its rigidity and thickness. There are also flexible PCBs built on flexible high-temperature plastic. Kapton or the equivalent. You will find many different thickness PCBs. The most common thickness for SparkFun products is 1.6 mm. Some of our products, Lilliput boards and Arduino Pro Micro boards, use a 0.8 mm thick board. Cheaper PCBs and perf boards, shown above, will be made with other materials such as epoxies or phenolics which lack the durability of FR4 but are much less expensive. You will know you are working with this type of PCB when you solder to it. They have a very destructive bad smell. These types of substrates are also typically found in low-end consumer electronics. Phenolics have a low thermal decomposition temperature which causes them to delaminate, smoke and char when the soldering iron is held too long on the board. Copper. The next layer is a thin copper foil, which is laminated to the board with heat and adhesive. On common, double-sided PCBs, copper is applied to both sides of the substrate. In lower-cost electronic gadgets, the PCB may have copper on only one side. When we refer to a double-sided or two-layer board, we are referring to the number of copper layers too. This can be as few as one layer or as many as 16 layers or more. The copper thickness can vary and is specified by weight, in ounces per square foot. The vast majority of PCBs have 1 ounce of copper per square foot, but some PCBs that handle very high power may use 2 or 3 ounce copper. Each ounce per square translates to about 35 micrometers or 1.4 thousandths of an inch of thickness of copper. Solder mask. The layer on top of the copper foil is called the solder mask layer. This layer gives the PCB its green or, at SparkFun, red color. It is overlaid onto the copper layer to insulate the copper traces from accidental contact with other metal, solder, or conductive bits. This layer helps the user to solder to the correct places and prevent solder jumpers. In the example below, the green solder mask is applied to the majority of the PCB, covering up the small traces but leaving the silver rings and SMD pads exposed, so they can be soldered to. Solder mask is most commonly green in color, but nearly any color is possible. We use red for almost all the SparkFun boards, white for the IO board, and purple for the LilyPad boards. Silk screen. The white silk screen layer is applied on top of the solder mask layer. The silk screen adds letters, numbers, and symbols to the PCB that allow for easier assembly and indicators for humans to better understand the board. We often use silk screen labels to indicate what the function of each pin or LED. Silk screen is most commonly white, but any ink color can be used. Black, gray, red, and even yellow silk screen colors are widely available. It is, however, uncommon to see more than one color on a single board. Types of PCB. Mostly three types of PCBs are available. First one is single layer PCB. And the second is double layer PCB. And the third one is multi-layer PCB. Terminology. Mostly two types of terminologies uses nowadays. Through-hole technology and surface mount technology. In through-hole technology we are drilling the holes for placing the components. And in surface mount technology we are soldering the components on the surface of the PCB. Softwares. Different types of softwares available for PCB designing, like Eagle, Altium Designer, OrCAD, KiCad, EasyADA, Multisim. In this session, we will use KiCad software for designing the PCB. So in the next video we will design PCB by using KiCad software. Thank you for watching.